If you're out there somewhere feeling lonely, you're not the only one. You're not the only one.
Yeah! Now welcome to the third world. How you mean? Boom! Tell them say age is a number. Third world no study maths. Richie Daly and me done. Age around a top of tops. Up to now no boy no play guitar. We bad like Uncle Cat. Maurice favor Papa Son. Norris played for Super Cat. Oh, one band so full of talent like the list just never stops. Go on eruption fit like Figgle and can sprint a dozen laps. Steve like a engineer. Drug back a fear back. Give the legend them props. Real uptown rebels help with reggae on the map. More money, more problems. Not to say I woulda swap, but it's slowly at the top. Some will say them are your friend, but are you alone a spend? Yes, still every man a shop. And one of the newest things for cop. Man a go on all a rems, cause you don't know the straps. Things sticky like sour sap. And one shepherd to a flock. See them hustle on the corner while they try to be a man, but it gets lonely on the block. And it's rough in the trap. And everybody need a hand to lift them up when them a drop.
If you're out there somewhere feeling lonely, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. If you're out there somewhere feeling lonely, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. So come on inside and tell me how you're feeling. Tell me all about the burdens that you bear. They say good conversations can be healing. You're not alone, cause I'm still all ears. Some folks got to go on their own journey. But if you ever wanna turn back cause you're scared, sometimes even highways can be lonely. You're not alone, cause I'm still right here. So if you're out there somewhere feeling lonely, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. If you're out there somewhere feeling lonely, you're not the only one. You're not the only one.
Lose no man, you win some. But tonight no losers here. This music born in Kingston. Keep it grooving without fear. Whoa.
Knowledge teaches wisdom. Seek and see things clear. Celebrating for a reason. To shed the load we bear. Everybody sing. Everybody sing. Must be my intuition, but the vibes I'm feeling here has got me on a mission to get my stuff in gear.
Ain't no use in wishing. Things will just appear. Oh no, no, no. But when the big bad bass is kicking them, every problem disappear. Oh, everybody sing. Na 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 na. Everybody sing.
Youre. It's pressure bus pipe and third world. To the world, yeah.
We love, we laugh, we cry. We smile, we frown, we sigh. We believe, we know we're right. No matter what they taught us or how we were brought up, yeah. We dream, we hope, we pray. We work, we toil, we play. We bleed, we grieve, we fight. No matter where we come from, this is my assumption. People of a different color, bring to a different name. Find a way to get along with each other. Do it for the children's sake. People of a different color, bring to a different name. Find a way to get along with each other. We earn, we see. We fear, we hurt, we weep. No matter what they taught us or how we were brought up, yeah. We grow, we bond, we feel. We fall, we bruise, we heal. We all think our burden's real. No matter where we come from, this is my assumption. People of a different color, bring to a different name. Let's find a way to get along with each other. Do it for the children's sake. People of a different color, bring to a different name. Let's find a way to get along with each other. Do it for the children's sake.
We've been fighting ourselves for too long. Live amongst each other, what a perfect fusion. Whether you're African or a Cuban, I don't see no color, only human. All I know is love and harmony. One family, that's the only way we ought to be. As far as the eye can see, I stand free.
We've come across a tiger in his natural habitat. Notice the steely-eyed gaze as he sets his sights on his target. Steps back, reads the terrain, and makes adjustments accordingly. He assumes the attack position, takes one last look, steadies his nerves, oh, not today, Tiger.
Towel. Listen, Cat. What's happening here, man? Don't lose your day job, man. Stick to the day job. Let's leave this alone. Live from Kingston, Jamaica, we come to you from Constant Spring Golf Club. And this is the Third World 47th anniversary. And this is the story edition. Cat Core.
Day job.
Day job.
Sticking to the day job.
Sticking to the day job.
Yes, and welcome to all the viewers all around the world. Thank you so much for tuning in. And the 47 years has really been a tremendous journey. And we're going to take you right back through that journey. From the very start, come all the way up, brethren. Come all the way up to our new, well, we're celebrating 1 year now of More Work to Be Done, produced by Damien Junior Gang Marley and the Ghetto Youths crew. And the Ghetto Youths crew is here today, and they are the ones who are helping us to come to your homes, come into your, into your lives, because we're all living through a treacherous time, right, sir?
The family, and Cat.
Yes.
The perfect way to start this show.
Yes.
Apart from the tee off.
Yes.
When Michael Cooper and Stephen Core, originally members of Inner Circle and other bands, formed Third World in 1973, it was the first time that a group of bright, young, and fun-loving musicians swapped middle-class privilege for a rootsier existence and a different persona.
Gonna rock keep on moving. Analytically you out there, we ain't got no love for skyline.
Michael Cooper, popularly known as Ibo, is an accomplished musician who ensures the group's musical direction, and he's forever philosophical.
From the inside looking out, I look at the world, I see people and things, changes.
People will eventually have to come to reggae music. It's almost a hypnotic music. It draws you to it.
Co-leader Stephen Core also came from a solid music background, nourished by his mother Rita Core. Such an advantage, coupled with talent, has made Cat musically versatile and among a handful of reggae's best lead guitarists. William Ruggs Clark replaced Prilly Hamilton as lead singer in 1976, a highly gifted and powerful singer whose sweet voice helps to provide the unmistakable third world sound. Richie Daly, Basie, is the least extrovert of the group, and it's just as well. He grounds them to the beat.
Jamaican environments with the mountains, the sea, the birds, the bush, everything, even the city.
Wanna see everybody in the park? Come on, put your hands together like this, y'all. Everybody hold goddamn place. Come on, put your hands.
William John Lee Stewart, Willie, is the powerhouse of Third World's rhythm section, and his feverish percussion solos are a high point of their live performance.
Jamaican people are talented. This is the most talented places in the world. This is the rock. You understand? This is where the world have to come and look towards this little country here, because it is a reflection of the whole world. So how are we doing is showing you that boy you can achieve mountains, you know?
In the beginning, their music, because of its polish and a combination of reggae with rock and R&B flavorings, was considered not rootsy enough. Broad acceptance in Jamaica by the masses has come only in recent years. Reggae music, however, benefited greatly from their musicianship, and their powerful live performance has made them a group to reckon with. They impressed Stevie Wonder, who performed with them and produced them. Their distinctive vocal harmonies have also been widely emulated.
"47 years, third world." Listen to me. We're going to understand the whole structure of what third world is and how the whole band formed, and all of we're putting the whole thing together now. Watch this. Mr. Core.
Okay, so allow me to introduce my far left is Prilly Hamilton, original lead singer of Third World and a tremendous performer and singer.
Respect.
Beside him is Darren Green. Darren came into our lives in Inner Circle era, really, because we went to play in Washington D.C. and met him. And when we were going to buy our equipment, we went to Washington, to Chuck Levin, and bought our equipment right there. But Darren will fill us in a little bit more.
Right.
And Colin Les here, my lifelong friend, and basically he and I were just talking one day and saying, you know what we need to do? We need to just form the one band, because we were a little bit off the wall, and the Inner Circle thing had, it was just doing like covers and doing stuff like that and just being like a cover band, and we were thinking outside the box, and we said, boy, let's do something like Jimi Hendrix Experience with just 2 or 3 people and try. And it just worked out that a group called The Police did that and did reggae music with a 3-piece. So it wasn't, irrational thinking. But anyway, I'm going to go back to myself and Prilly.
Yes.
Because we are the ones that went into the bank to get a loan. Am I correct, sir?
Definitely, sir. Yes, sir. The Workers' Bank of Jamaica.
Yes.
The Workers' Bank of Jamaica.
Yes. And we went to see a man named Stewart. That time, me and Prilly don't. I want little Fiat to alright. We can't even mash hands alright. It's about to go in a bank and look loan.
What kind of credentials you have, gentlemen, to get this loan?
The credentials that we had was got the old man.
Honorable David Core. David Core.
Blessed memory.
Yeah.
Yes, man. And as a result of that, Cap went and speak with his father. Father decided to hook us up with
Dr. Chen
Young, right? Me and Cap went to see Chen Young. At the time, I think their office was in Hertfordshire.
No, Tower Street.
No, Hertfordshire we went.
Hertfordshire?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we went and saw Clive Stewart. He introduced us to Clive Stewart. And then, the rest is history.
Absolutely. And Darren had come back to Jamaica
December 72.
December 72. Yeah. So Darren would have been there, and when Darren heard what we were doing, he was just like, it was just a natural thing.
The progression, the progression was one whereby the last gig we played,
yes,
Darren was with us.
Yes.
We went to, I think, Hurry in Lamar.
Yes,
man.
Yeah, man.
And the car broke down about 2 times.
Yeah.
Going to Lamar.
No, we broke down first on Mandela.
Yeah.
You remember?
No, man. You don't get the joke yet, man. We broke down and we come out rain the fall.
Yes,
man. Rain was here with a dead dog in there.
No, we never know what dead dog.
Splash me with a thing. Pass whoosh me with a dead dog. I don't want to see here.
But stop.
Yeah. So, Colin, the role that you would have played, Uncle Colin, would have been like central to Darren, because you put the management structure with Darren together.
That's true.
And you were the original bass player, but you said that you were doing accounting and your studies and all of that.
So we brought the skills to the management team.
Yeah.
And the rest, as they say, is true. But I just want to say that it was a very interesting period. I mean, because I just want to reflect on the social, political environment. The civil rights movement in America with Dr. Martin Luther King, President Johnson signing the laws that helped the black people. Then the Black Power movement, the Black Panther Party. And then back home in Jamaica, the People's National Party, headed by Michael Manley,
fundamentally speaking.
By what was known
monumental proportions.
This was the first time we heard about a landslide victory. We didn't know what the hell that was. And then Michael, in speaking about his philosophy, mentioned the word third world and how he was going to defend the third world. Because back then all we knew about was the developed world, the developing world, and the underdeveloped world. But Michael Manley put that third category, the third world. Yeah. And then Clancy Eccles now, a talented producer and singer, because Cat's father was a part of the PNP team. He came up with this concept of Sons of Third World.
Yes.
And that was the first name of the band.
You hear that? Sons of Third World.
We lost the sons, I just kept the word.
Ibu said let's shorten it because they're going to call us Third World anyway. So,
right.
But my encounter with these guys were when they were a part of Inner Circle, and I brought them to Washington to an independence dance. And I came home in December and they said that they were going to split off and do their own thing. And they asked me to be a part of the group, so I and Colin took over the management side of it. And we formed a company which we call
Cabinet Productions Limited.
And that's the first time we had ever done anything like that. Darren is responsible for business and fix up your clothes. You understand? And Darren, were you there when we went to buy the equipment? Had you gone back to DC then?
I
I had set up things with
Which-
Levin.
Yeah.
To go.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me now.
It was a $4,000 loan, by the way.
That's what me want to know now. Tell me that part now. How we need equipment now. The band need equipment now.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
How this work? The loan. Then get the loan.
We asked for $4,000
US.
and we basically got it. And Bevan Pressure,
right,
who was Darren's friend,
Yes.
he's the one who scooted us around DC, and we went to a boy named Chuck Levin Music Store.
Actually,
And we
what
got
how we
really
got to Bevan Pressure.
Yeah.
Right? Was that Bevan had contacted me.
Right.
And said he wanted that group to come up to play. That was Inner Circle, right?
Yes.
And then we got in touch with Darren.
Right.
And
Exactly. Yeah, man, of course. And I can tell you something too. We were very fortunate because when we came back, we brought back with us what we could bring back, like the guitars and the smaller stuff. Right. Because we bought a little PA system too, you know. We were self-contained thing.
Right.
And when we got to the airport, the customs guy was totally cool. He was just like, well, you have a band equipment. But the man had no clue what kind of monies we were talking about. The man said, go out them thing, man. Everything all right, man. You're good, man. Go play bands.
Go play bands.
And we were basically, we were cool. We didn't have that much really any costs, you know.
Right.
And we paid back the loan.
Mr. Leslie?
Every month, the bank got their installments, sir. And we eventually paid it off.
Yeah.
We were disciplined that way.
Okay, sir. Okay.
We had you and Darren on board. We weren't disciplined. But you guys were not.
Payment again?
Yeah, boy, I tell you.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
So, our first gig, really, commercial gig, was Clancy's Independence Morning at Carib Theatre.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Of course, yeah,
Yes.
man.
So
And we also had a good one too at I think it's at the Flamingo Hotel.
Yes.
We're playing outside. That's where you have the bow tie and the plaid suit.
Yes.
But I tell you, it's Richie went and chose the plaid.
outfit.
Yes.
The outfit.
Yeah.
Entire band.
And a man named Mars make the suit them for over.
It's just that Richard's bow tie was the biggest bow tie. A massive butterfly bow tie.
Yeah, but I tell you what.
All right, tell me something. Just before we wrap up this segment, tell me, Prilly, a little bit about the structure, writing, that kind of vibe, the show kind of thing in the third world, from your point.
From my perspective.
Yes.
Actually, when these guys get together and decided that we're going to do a song, an original song, that's so to speak, because we used to do a lot of cover songs, right? I remember I used to carry a lot of cover songs to you guys, right?
Yeah.
Because then we used to play
Wildflower and
yeah, and Ibu and Kat and Rich, everybody used to pitch in. So therefore, I used to do my little thing in terms of my main thing was melody for the songs.
Right.
So always beat some of the times, they might have it one way and I said, no, that was not right. And I might change the melody.
Right.
You understand? And that's where I pitched in.
the train has left the station.
Yes, it's taking me away.
Yeah. That was our first single.
Yes.
Don't Cry the Railroad Track. Yeah.
Pretty soon I'll be coming back.
Yes.
You remember anything about it?
Of course.
Like I yesterday, don't you?
Of course, and we're going to go even further into that.
The whole recording that you all did, you all don't have the
No,
tapes.
no, Sleepless Nights in Macabush.
I still have.
You still have
part of it? Yes.
You have part of it?
Yes.
What you say you deal with
Yeah,
you know how long I look for that.
We have to go reason about small talk.
We have to give him a small talk.
We have to give him a small talk.
Give him a small
Ladies and gentlemen, 47 years in history. We're going through the history. We're going to a short break, not break, but footage.
Into evening, yeah, night fades
the way.
I see your bright sun shining every morning, Lord, then a shower of rain.
Give thanks and praise, give thanks and praise. I see your glory in the morning sun. I see your glory when the day is done.
A little bit of it can be sweet when you ain't got to plenty.
Don't drown yourself, don't drown yourself
in too much honey.
You wake up early every morning, worrying about your earthly possessions, yeah.
Don't make it hold ya, don't make it hold
in
ya.
these obsessions.
I see the glory in the morning sun. I see your glory when the day is done.
However sophisticated reggae music gets, and a band like Third World has many Western influences, its roots are still firmly in Jamaican culture.
It is good that you are here to record this picture of me in my palace garden at Addis Ababa. People who see this throughout the world will realize that even in the 20th century, with faith, courage, and a just cause, David will still beat Goliath.
The name Rastafari is from His Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie. He was Rastafari before he was called Emperor Haile Selassie. Emperor Haile Selassie.
Welcome back. 47 years, Third World. We're celebrating the 47th. We're celebrating 47th anniversary then, right?
Yeah, man.
Yes. And this is a story edition talking about the making of the band, how it happened, and the progress and all the things that during the years up to today.
Yeah.
Mr.
And after, well, we just had a lovely talk with the founders, you know.
Yeah.
And,
founding members.
And, yeah, man, and we'll have Ibu a little later on. You know, we have to give him a little special point.
Yes.
You know them way there. But I want to introduce, you know, to those of us who don't know him, Mr. Evan Williams. Now, Evan had a club called Epiphany, and that was where Third World had, I think, probably their most amazing gig for that year that we're just coming from.
Epiphany.
Yes, we played there one night and them had to open the back door the way the people them come in.
Yeah,
this is uptown Kingston, you know.
Yeah.
And they don't, uptown Kingston people don't just go out for fun, so you have to say something.
Yeah.
So the name was, you know, but I want to introduce Evan because Evan also was very instrumental in helping us to get to England where we really launched. So, Mr. Williams, you can...
No, we had a lot of fun at Epiphany. The band showed up, and I had heard of where they're coming from.
Right.
And interested me. And then I had a friend in England, Sturdy.
Yeah.
Sturdy, who was an architectural student. And we thought the best thing to do was to get Third World on the international scene. Well, we went to New York first.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen.
Right.
No.
That's what myself and Darren were talking about. That we went up and we met Myrna.
Right.
And Buzz Willis at Polygram. Right. And they weren't. Polygram wasn't really ready for a reggae act. No. So.
And Atlantic was interested, but they weren't interested in what you wanted, basically.
Right.
So I got a hold of Sturdy and said, listen, we're in New York, but we'd love to come to Britain. At the time, Alan had an apartment in
Camden Town.
Near Camden Town, right?
Yeah.
And there we were. We moved to Camden Town and lived on Sturdy's floor for a while.
Yeah.
On the floor?
On the floor. Well, I mean, it was 7 of us and a couple of bedrooms.
That's what we call it, we bounce it, you know.
Oh,
We just
we were bouncing.
We're
trust
bouncing
me.
it.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was a special time because we watched Arthur Ashe win Wimbledon.
I was just mentioning that when I came. We sat around watching Arthur Ashe win Wimbledon that year. And interestingly enough, Sturdy had a couple of friends who had clubs, as I recall. And we managed to get Third World booked into some of these clubs. It was quite interesting because reggae then was in its infancy, and we'd gone from mento and then ska and and this thing, reggae hit the market, and took off. And Third World, like it or not, was the right time at the right place.
Timing.
The name, Cat, they all had something to offer to the music, which is why I think it took off.
Yes, and the energy. And don't forget, West Indies won the World Cup that same summer too, you know.
Biggest celebration.
That's right.
Yes, they won the World Cup.
Big celebration.
And we went to a club called Gillies in the West End.
Yeah.
And Chris came, saw us there. Chris Blackwell came, saw us there, and then the interest for the record company really started to really flow.
Yeah.
You know, because once he decided that, boy, yes, he was gonna, and at the time, Chris had a nice catalog. He had like Just Road and Bad Company. He had some really cool rock artists, and of course Bob Marley.
Oh
Yeah, and that was how we managed to get to open for Bob Marley at the Lyceum that same year.
The same year.
It was because Chris was interested in us. You know, we hadn't done all the deal yet, but he managed to get us on the bill.
And of course,
he had his eyes on you.
Huh?
He had Millie.
And he had Millie, yes, of course. Yeah.
That's huge.
And he felt that somebody in his position should take reggae to the next step. And in fact, when he saw you guys there, I remember it blew him away. The band was so hot.
Yeah, band was good. Band used to work hard. We had a basement below Sturdy's house, and we used to go down there and play music all day, man. All day.
So it's not really rehearsal, it's just playing music,
Yeah,
building the vibes.
We play music, we don't rehearse a tune, we just play some tune.
Yes. Play a tune.
For real,
So,
for real.
what I wondered is making the move after being in London for 4, 5, 6 months maybe.
Yes.
Decided to come back home.
We came home because what we had done was we had recorded the Green Album, the first one.
Right.
And we had done that, and we came home for Christmas. Everybody came back for Christmas time.
Right.
And then the album came out and was doing fairly well in England. We had a good response to that, the first album in England. And Chris decided that he thought it was best for us to go to San Francisco because he said the music was breaking out on the coast.
On the coast.
Right. And we got hooked up with a place in Berkeley where I lived together out there. The same thing, we just moved the model from England and moved it out.
California.
Exactly. We did the same thing. We practiced down, you know, in some room we had at the house. And we just did the same thing. You know, we just moved the model from England there. And And we did quite a few good gigs. I mean, like we played open for Country Joe and the Fish.
Right.
We opened for Buzz Skaggs, you know, and then after that, time for the second album, and then we had to deal with 96 Degrees.
Oh, okay.
Which eventually turned into a blockbuster, but at first was like a child who was not well loved. 96 Degrees in the Shade was produced by Barry Moraz first. He produced Ohio Players.
Right.
But Chris didn't like that set of music. So we moved from there and we came back to Jamaica and we went to Harry J, which coincidentally is where Bob did all those Soul Jassé and Natty Dread. Everything was done there at Harry J. And we went back to the drawing board and we did Feel a Little Better, Human Marketplace. We did that set of songs there, but we took those now to England, to Basing Street, because Chris said he thought that the mix he wanted was there. And that's what we did. We took it there, and lo and behold, who do we buck up? Bob Marley recording Exodus in the same studio.
In the same studio.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, so we're going to show you a photo collage now. The whole third world. Look at this.
I've changed, yes I have. I'm a brand new beggar. I've changed. I'm a brand new beggar. Moving. In an Irish situation.
It is good that you are here to record this picture of me in my palace garden at Addis Ababa. People who see this throughout the world will realize that even in the 20th century, with faith, courage, and a just cause, David will still beat Goliath.
The name Rastafari comes from His Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie. He was Rastafari before he was called Emperor Haile Selassie. Emperor Haile Selassie is his coronation name. We who saw him as a biblical fulfillment became known as Rastafaris. We are his sons, and he is Rastafari, and we are Rastafaris.
Stasian! Rastafari! Love.
strong and he rules us all. Look into the book of life and you will see that he rules us all. That he rules us all. Sadama Sagana,
96 degrees in the shade, real hot in the shade. 96 degrees in Jamaica. It's hot down there.
Yeah.
But tell you, water run off of me, you fool.
Yes.
True matter?
True.
Yeah, man, I tell you, man.
So, Cat,
And if we wear mask, you know, hot you up even more.
them say social distancing.
I know.
Yeah.
We're a little too close to that.
Cat, tell me about the whole 96 degrees. How did the song, the whole, we're in that era now.
Well, 96 degrees in the shade. It started out with me sitting in a rehearsal room called Ludix. Now Ludix had no windows whatsoever and no AC, but it was free.
Yes.
And we could rehearse in there, and we actually managed to get equipment, PA system and all them kind of things. We had a little PA, you know, we had microphones that we could do the singing and all of that, because you don't know already, say.
All about
we did that with the Boo and Cat and Rugs. His harmony are going right there, sir, you know?
Proper note placement, sir.
Yeah, proper things are going. So I was sitting there and I was playing around with one of Ibu's keyboards. I think it was a Fender Rose. I was fooling around and stuff, and some water had condensed and was dropping on my head. And I said, wait, you know what? This thing feels like 96 degrees in the shade. This thing I don't even realize what I just said. I'm in the shade, but it's 96 degrees.
Yeah.
And then I just hold a C card and said, 96. I just same. So God sent a thing to me.
Just like that?
Just like that. And he will come back now with 2 veggie patty and hear that and say, no, Dreddy, that one there gone clear now, shrimpy. I said, all right, Dred, and they start this up. And then we start move and we start groove and we start move and we start groove. And eventually, it was actually Ibu's idea. Right. Said, listen, we can't just sing a 96 degrees in the shade song to tell people to come to Jamaica because it's nice and sunny. Let's put the song into this perspective here and said, suppose we were to tell the tale of Paul Bogle. And then myself and Ruggs got into the conversation with him and in depth. You understand? Right. And then, that's how we wrote the thing. I came up with the thing. So it was 96 degrees. That was my verse. Then Ibu verse was excellency before you I come. You understand? Right. And Ruggs wrote his verse. And we did a lot of that. We did a lot of that kind of stuff. Where one person would write a part, one person write a part. We did that on songs like Rejoice. We did that on songs like, later on in the video, later on in our broadcast today, you will see a song that Ibu himself wrote, because we also wrote songs on our own. Okay. Yeah, One Cold Vibe was my song. Oh Jaja, I see night coming. That was Rug's song. Okay. Yeah, so we had individual efforts as well, but we did a lot of writing between us. We did a lot of that.
Right. All right. Now, you came up with a thing that I vaguely remember.
Yes.
And there's really no documentation of it that changed the music perspective in Jamaica. A thing called explantation.
Right.
Tell us about that. Explain. We in Jamaica, we have a thing I said. You saw me I said?
Yeah, of course.
Let us see what you're saying.
Well, explantation really, it actually had, Colin was here earlier on, and he and his wife Elaine are very much a part of that whole explantation. Right. The band was what we were doing, we weren't in a transitional period or anything like that. But what we had done is we had gone out on a limb and recorded 96 Degrees in the Shade.
Right.
And it was a very esoteric type of album. It wasn't the regular thing like what was on the radio with Culture or on the radio with Jacob Miller, but it was still reggae now. But it had a different dimension to it.
Right.
And at that time, the people who were listening to the music, they were taking a little time to get into it and this and that and the other. So Colin and Elaine talked to a man named Fred Hicklin, Professor Fred Hicklin.
Professor.
Right. And just said to him, boy, right now, talk to Third World and see what kind of vibrations he can come up with, you know? And that relationship, that friendship with us and Fred, it grew into this thing where he said, boy, why not do a reggae opera?
So it was a kind of musical.
Yes, a reggae musical. Why not do that?
Right.
And you know, there were some feelings of I myself was a little bit you know, yeah, not hesitant, but a little bit unconvinced that that would work.
Right.
But truth be told, Hicklin came up with a script. A gentleman named Tommy Pinnock joined in on the program with us, who was a dance teacher from New York. So what he did was he choreographed us and taught us what it was to really be a performer. I give him that accolade. May his soul rest in peace, because the man used to carry me running up and down Hope Road, I've gone around police officers' club, and I run round and I do this and that. And the man said, you have to get fit. So what he did was he turned us all into dancers. He turned us, he made us fit like dancers. So when the time came for us to pull off the show now, so the script came, we had some, you know, some challenges. We had to make a few changes in the script because certain things members of the band didn't quite, you know, agree with what Fred wrote.
Right.
So we changed a few things and we did this and that and the other. But it was a choreographed show with script. You know, we were telling stories. We were telling about slavery. We were talking about how man need to free themselves and stuff.
Right.
And the explantation name came up because it's like we're explaining what's going on the planet. And I don't know who hit that one explantation, but it was pretty funny at the time, and everybody laughed about it. And
what I remember about it, I was a little boy. I'm sorry. My father used to do lights for it.
Yeah, date me.
Yeah. My father used to do lights for experimentation. And I remember how the show started with, you know, it was the Starman and the Peanut Man, which, you know, the band.
Yeah, Nuts and Chips.
Nuts and Chips. Starry through the audience and coming in, right? Yeah. And it just took that change. You said it changed the whole look of the whole.
Yes, it did.
Vision of the music.
Yeah, man, it changed the face of Jamaican presentations. You know, people like Peter Tosh came and saw that show at least 3 times, 4 times.
Right.
You know, and after that I noticed he started this choreography thing and run-ins. You know? So I just feel that while we were pioneers and we did something really different, and a lot of people say, why you don't do it again? But you see, when something happened in an era and it happened bang, for you to try to bring back that now, in another time, you have to reinvent the wheel and you have to deal with certain things. You can't go back for that, because that in its time was absolutely on top.
And you did a follow-up, was called
Transmigration. Yeah.
Same kind of principle, same format.
Exactly. We took some of the elements of experimentation and took it to Transmigration.
Okay.
And expanded.
Yeah, expanded.
Yeah.
Of course, I couldn't just do the same thing. So.
No.
Right. We'll go to a video now.
Now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it? Now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it? Make that it shook, 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 all over the place. I say, come on, baby, when the music's playing, I wanna see you dance. Come on, baby, tell me when the music's playing. I wanna see you dance. Get up and dance. Move, yeah. I said,
want to see put your hands together like this. Come on. This song was written by Third World and Stevie Wonder. Let me hear for the brother, Mr. Stevie Wonder. Come on, yeah. Can somebody scream, y'all? Yeah. Okay. Starving babies spreading over the land. More oppression to the have-nots is how you play your hands. Oh, world fighting is the writing from those who say they know. And if that's true, we know just who you'll be picking to go. But the beat you are playing to what Jah is saying is wrong. And we do recommend that you stop before it's too far forward. And I just gotta say, you're playing us too close. My people down there in the prisons, I said they're playing us too close. Can't you see how my children suffer? I said they're playing us too close. Every day there's so much frustration. I said they're playing us too close. We're losing our patience, so take heed and do let it be known that I told you today. Jah saying, don't play me so close. Oh. Your Bible you don't want to obey, but you're writing your own ticket to the price you will pay. Us you hold back, but the drawback is not to us alone. Time will make you to a prisoner before you see the Lord. But the melody that you are playing is in the wrong key. Oh, the squire sings out to all, living word on the knee. And I just got to tell them, y'all, playing us too close. My brothers and sisters down there in the ghetto, you're playing us too close. Every day, my children suffer. Playing us too close.
47 years. We are celebrating Third World's 47th anniversary. All right? All right. We have live via Zoom Chris Blackwell. Hello, Chris.
Hi.
How you
Congratulations. I was around day one, pretty much day one.
Day one. You're there for day one.
Congratulations.
Yeah, man. Thanks for joining us, Chris. I really appreciate that. And I'm glad to hear you back on the rock safely because
man.
Yeah, it's one of the best places to be right now.
I think so. And I've been doing everything I should be doing, been staying in quarantine and behaving properly. So
Right. Chris, take us back to Island Records in the 70s. What a dynamic era. I mean, you can even start with Bob, or even before that, Millis Fall, and you had all those rock acts and stuff. I mean, it's extraordinary.
Well, I when I went to England, it was because the records that I was doing in Jamaica, producing in Jamaica, Laurel Aitken, Wilfred Edwards, and others they made some impact, but the best records by far were the ones coming from the sound systems, whether it was Coxsone or Duke Reid or Buster or whoever. Right. But that's where the best music was, and also the best amplification, So it was something which was really a good business model in a sense, because it was something which generated the best sound. You heard the best music. You got the greatest liquor. I mean, whoever wanted to leave Jamaica when that was happening. So I decided to leave because their records were mashing me up. So I went to England and I started, finding out where the Jamaican community were. And I started selling records from back of a little mini car. And I'd drive around to the different shops all around London. And that's what I do. And I loved it. I loved every minute of it. It was really exciting because you come in with a new record and people are jostling to get it, and that energy. Well, who's that from? And what? It was really fun. It was really exciting. And then one of the records I got was from Coxon, which was We'll Meet by Roy and Millie. And whenever I played the record to everybody, when Millie sang, everybody would say, "You got to give me this record. I will not leave the room unless you give me this record." Yeah. And that happened all the time. So I would give him the record. And I thought to myself, why? I mean, the appeal that she has and the pitch of her voice and her personality, she seemed like somebody who could really make it. So I came to Jamaica and I joined up with a good friend of mine called Ray Miles. And together we actually worked initially, worked with Millie to get things together. We had in those days, they had a store called Nathan's in the middle of King Street.
King Street.
Yeah. And at Nathan's, Millie had a little performance, which I'd asked her to do to sell some wigs, which, Ray and I had found in England because I'd had to deal with some African girls from South Africa. And they brought these wigs on, and they were amazing wigs. So I remember saying to Ray, we should try and sell these in Jamaica. So, I don't think he was that keen on it, but I was kind of keen on it. So eventually he sort of worked with me on it. And we organized this performance for Millie to introduce herself to the general public in a way at Nathan's. And she was fantastic. And so I decided definitely I was going to take her to England and see if I could make a record with her. And we did. And Ernest Ranglin produced the record. He made the whole rhythm of it, which drove the record, which was the first ska worldwide hit. That was Ernest Ranglin, every note of it.
Chris,
Top boy.
Chris, tell me, how did you meet Third World? The merger, how that happened?
Well, you're going to a long memory, and I'm trying to think of it. I thought we first met in America, in London, but I'm not sure if that's right. At the moment, all I see on my thing is me.
Yeah, we met in Jamaica still because myself, Ibu, and Prilly had come by 56.
Right.
And you were there with Bob. You're sitting on the ground eating idle food with yam. I never forget. and we were talking to you and trying to, see what was going on. But you were saying that you were so busy with Bob and this and that and that, But one thing I must say, Chris, you really encouraged us. You weren't ready to sign us then, but you did encourage us. I'm telling you, I really appreciate that. And then we met again in London at Gillies. Remember you came to see us at Gillies?
Right.
And it's after that we really started. Yes. Yeah.
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 You remember that, Chris?
Of course.
And we went to Nassau after we did 96 Degrees in the Shade, which I think was at the time was a little esoteric. But turned out to be one of the greatest records.
A great record.
Yeah. And then we went to Nassau. Yeah. And when you heard Now That We Found Love, you said, this boy is going to be a serious boy.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's
Alex
good. It's good to
Sadkin.
see you guys.
Remember him? Alex Sadkin. What a tremendous guy he was.
Well, Alice Sadkin it's very sad when I think of Alice Sadkin because he was the absolute master. He was by far the best engineer I'd ever worked with. And his taste and his way of working with musicians and with working with everybody, he was a master. He all the Grace Jones records, for which I get a certain amount of credit, it's really him, his production of those records and the mixing of the records, the sound of the records, those records that you did with Grace and with you guys.
Yeah, and Bob too.
And he mixed something with Bob, I think.
I think he's involved in Rastaman Vibration, which is
of course he did all
one of the best sound of all time.
Yes, it is. It's actually my favorite song of Bob's is on that album, So Much Trouble in the World.
My own is Who the Cap Fit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Let them wear it. Yeah.
Yes, bud.
But oh my gosh, how nice it is to see you, my friend.
You too.
As soon as the quarantine is over, I'm coming to look for you. Trust me.
Good. I look forward to it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chris, for being a part of Third World's journey.
Yes. Well, it's great. It's great, of course, because Third World is one of the epic Jamaican bands, you know.
Right.
Great to be in any part of one of them, and we had a lot of fun actually. I don't remember us having anything but laughter, you know, and good music. So
absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
All right, my friend.
We love you very much, sir, and thank you so much for being a part of our celebration. And God bless you.
Proud to be, honestly.
Real hot, let's rock the world with music. Real hot, oh yeah, I'm Mr. Reggae Ambassador.
Get rid of the White House.
Love will always be there. One more time.
Government has declared a state of emergency.
Ladies and gentlemen,
40 years of reggae music. Babies spreading over the land. More oppression for the have-nots is how you make your hand. More world fighting for the righting is time to take a know. But if that's true, then no just who you be waiting to go. But the beat that you're playing to watch out is saying is wrong. You stop before it's too far gone. And I just wanna say you're playing us too close. Did this to my baby? You're playing us too close. The jobless and hungry, you're playing us too close. Filling up more and more in frustration, you're playing us too close. We're losing our patience, so we've been making without the knowing that you on. Just say
myself from evildoers. Trust in Jah Lord. Jah Lord. Trust in Jah Lord. Jah Lord. Some put their trust in horses and chariots. So ridiculous. Things are fine, simply in gold. What profits a man? Save his own life and lose his own soul. Trust in Jah Lord. Jah Lord. Trust in Jah Lord. Jah Lord. Trust in Jah Lord. Girl, she tried to be sophisticated. She wanted to travel high class. She didn't know that attitude was education and all the exams I passed. Roots, I roots, I roots, I roots, I roots, I roots, roots, I roots, I roots, I roots, I roots, yeah. Roots, I roots, I roots, I roots, I roots, roots it up with quality, yeah, yeah, yeah. Make it big with quality, oh, 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 oh. Every day she just looking in the mirror. She was gonna make the best dance. She troubled down with my demon and mascara. Like what she sees. Roots, I roots, I roots, I roots, I roots, I roots, roots, I roots, I roots, I roots, I roots, yeah. Roots, I roots, I roots, I roots, I roots, roots it up with quality, yeah, 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 yeah. Making it with quality, oh, oh, oh. It with quality. All the dumpty and jump and prance, and all the way be their way. You never go to the roots man dance. Roots man music cannot fail. Nobody one like a diplomatic. Nobody one like a tabernaries. And check it out, G.I. trial and tourist. Now I got to know it, got to know it. Got to think now, children. Yeah. Got to think now, children. Right on, children. Yeah. 'cause everything is alright. They think that they don't do that, and that's the hero. Everything that the body, right on, your children. I keep on riding on. Tread on, your children. I keep on riding on. But we not John way, but we riding on. And we no Zaza, but we swing on. And we no Superman, but we flying.
Welcome back. We're at the Constant Spring Golf Club and we're celebrating Third World's 47th anniversary. This is the story edition.
The beautiful golf.
The beautiful golf club, sir. We have on set, sir.
I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Don Green, a founding member of Reggae Sunsplash. And unfortunately, we lost Tony Johnson and John Wakelin. But we do still have Don and Ronnie Burke, who is not with us today, but we're sending out big love to Ronnie and to Suzanne and his beautiful family. And Don, welcome. So happy that you're here with us today. And, you know, Sunsplash is just a tremendous era of Jamaican presentations. And we want you to just give us a little vibration and how that whole thing came about. And of course, Third World was one of your first acts that you booked.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes. We were really excited getting the first Sunsplash off the ground, and that was in June 1978, long time ago.
Yeah.
June 23rd to the 30th. We had 7 nights of music that started when the sun was going down, and we went right until the sun came up. It was unique.
Yeah.
So when we first put Sunsplash together, Tony Johnson, he said we needed to have like a tagline, right? And he came up with Reggae Sunsplash, the biggest reggae festival in the history of the world, right? And that's how we started. 7 nights. No other festival had done that before.
7 nights
of pure reggae.
Sundown to sun up.
Sun up, yes.
Yeah, a whole heap of music.
And of course.
Yeah, because we had there were some prelims to the actual thing. In terms of like, there was a night where people came and, you know, like almost like a cocktail party night.
Yeah.
Then there was another night where you meet and greet and come right down to Wednesday. Wednesday was the original Singers Night, you know.
Singers Night.
And then Thursday is more like a DJ kind of thing.
Right.
And Friday and Saturday were like the international nights, you know.
And over time it changed.
Yeah.
We started it off with actually a sound clash later on. On
Right.
the Monday. On the Tuesday was the beach party.
Right.
On the Wednesday we changed to vintage.
Vintage. Yeah.
And on Thursday dance hall, and of course
Friday and Saturday.
Friday singers and Saturday international.
Yeah.
So how did Third World become a part of it?
Okay.
The Sunsplash family.
Okay. Yes. So Ronnie Burke was responsible for artists, booking the artists, and of course we all discussed this amongst ourselves. And I remember hearing about Third World. You had just come out with that new album at that time.
Yeah.
Right? And I enjoyed it, listening to it. And later on, I got to know Third World. I got to know the guys and realized that their journey very much mirrored our journey.
Yes.
Because they were pioneers. They were the first uptown dreadlocks band.
Yes, for real. Some uptown youth.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Some uptown youth.
All right, some uptown youth.
Uptown is not a bad word anymore. It's a place to be.
But the amazing thing was that whenever Third World performed, Third World had a string of the most beautiful ladies.
All right.
Yes.
This is how you deal with me.
Johnny.
All right.
Yeah, man. So that was where we started, right? And the journey continued, way on after the first Sunsplash.
Right.
In 1981, that's a standout year. That's the
Yes.
year we did the tribute to Bob Marley.
Right.
Yeah, right.
When Bob passed away in May.
Yes.
May.
And we hurriedly put together this thing because...
and then Stevie came.
Stevie came.
Came to
Stevie
Jamaica
Wonder.
and spent some time.
Right.
Stevie Wonder.
Came.
Right.
Yeah,
Stevie
Stevie
Wonder
Wonder
on
came to
Reggae
Jamaica
Sunsplash.
and spent some time.
1981.
Yeah. And that was like a special thing because not only his performance on Sunsplash with us, but also Stevie had been going in to Jamaica Grand and performing with Happiness Unlimited.
Right.
Yeah,
Jamaica Grand.
and that's how Ruption, who we'll soon see later on, would have met him because Ruption played for Happiness Unlimited then.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, and they also went to California to work with Stevie, just as Third World did.
Right.
Yeah,
But
but that was it was like 2 days before. Because when we arrived back, from tour, to play Sunsplash and run up there and here says Stevie Wonder.
Yes.
Now we have to go up and learn Dumpa-Pim-Pim,
Right.
Dumpa-Pim-Pim, Dumpa-Pim-Pim, Dumpa-Pum-Pum.
Definitely a highlight of 1981 to have Stevie Wonder and Third World jamming on stage. Reggae Sunsplash.
Yeah, man, it was special.
Awesome, man.
Awesome.
And we had all the best equipment that
Yeah.
you could think of because we did it with the government.
Right.
And they flew in several tons of equipment.
Yeah.
Just
That's
for the
great.
occasion.
Yeah.
Really fantastic.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so had a great band from England called Steel Pods played that.
I was going to
year
mention
too.
that. I didn't want to.
David, Selwyn.
David Hines.
We are family. We are a family.
True.
Not only that, but you also had a band called Pop's Blue Rhythm Band, which was all white boys, and them tear up the place. And that was the look of things to come.
That's
'cause
right.
that's what's happening now.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
That's right. So again, we were pioneers.
Yeah, of course we were.
Another pioneering event that we did was in 1985. The first time Reggae Sunsplash decided to go international on tour.
Right.
The first touring festival.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you took it to a...
And of course, Third World was a part of that.
Yeah, of course we were.
Right.
Yeah.
It's Third World, Gregory Isaac, and Dennis Brown.
The top
How
boys.
could you forget that one?
The top
Right?
boys.
Yes,
I was tired of the jailers, but the jailers wasn't tired of me.
Yeah, we had fun on that trip.
His wife is with us today, by the way, June. Yeah.
Right,
Bigging
right.
up Sister June.
Big up Mrs. Isaac.
But one of the highlights of that tour was to play Radio City Music Hall.
Of course, sir.
First time reggae was played in Radio City Music Hall.
Murder, man.
Yeah, and guess what? We sold it out twice.
Twice.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were one of the biggest concerts for the whole year.
Yeah.
Selling out Radio City Music Hall twice.
Yeah.
It was a big feat.
You can imagine when you did that, how the
Yeah,
corporate division started
the
roll up and
corporate
down,
started to look at us,
and say, what's happening here?
But what I know was that all the Jamaicans, all the West Indians in New York came to see the Third World. That's why we were so crowded. Yeah, beautiful festival. And more recently, and I think it was the last time we worked with Bunny Rocks.
Yeah.
How could you forget Lagos,
Yeah.
Ghana? Yes,
Of course.
Nigeria. and Ghana.
Of course. Of course. That's super duper fun.
Yes, that was
When we
more
went to
recent.
Lagos in 1980, we went in 82, right after Trijalong. And then as time went on, you know what he's talking about would have been probably our second visit.
Yes.
You know, there. But that was great, really cool. And you know, it's surprising to know how much reggae music is loved and is appreciated in Africa.
In Africa.
It's incredible. It's just extraordinary. I mean, the range of countries where the music is extremely popular. And I don't know. I can't thank the Father enough for the journey that I've seen reggae come through, and even something like Reggae Sunsplash. I mean, was a tremendous journey, and you know, and it's now a different brand, Reggae Sumfest. But if you look, Reggae Sunsplash is the cow with the bell around its neck.
Plong, plong.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. All right, so we talk about the Sunsplash era of the Third World's journey. We'll take a break.
Thanks, Dan.
96 degrees in the shade, real hot, oh yes, in the shade. 96 degrees in the shade, real hot, hear me when I say in the shade. Said it was 96 degrees in the shade. 10,000 soldiers on parade. They were taking eye and eye to meet a big fat boy sent from overseas. The Queen and God. Excellency, before you I come with my representation. I say you know where I'm coming from. Mommy on the loose, fighting to be free. Now you show the news on the cotton tree. Entertainment for you. Martyrdom for me. It's gonna be 96 degrees in the shade. Real hot, oh yes, in the shade. 96 degrees in the shade. Real hot, hear me when I say in the shade. Some may suffer, some may burn, but I know that one day my people gonna learn. Yeah, it's show that the sun shines way up in the sky. Today I stand in a victim, true as I never die. 96 degrees in the shade. Real hot, hear me when I say in the shade. 96 degrees in the shade. Real hot, oh yeah, in the shade. Oh, I tell ya, 96 degrees in the shade. Real hot, Jaja music never fail, yet. Jaja music never fail. Oh no no no. Jaja music never fail, yet. No. Jaja music never fail. You think it's 96 degrees in the shade yet, London? This is both an old favorite and a new favorite. You all should know this one. Yeah! Everybody, come on now. Come on, let's sing. Now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it? Now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it? Make that the ship, 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 all over the place. I say, come on, baby, when the music's playing, I wanna see you dance, dance, dance. Come on, baby, say when the music's playing, I wanna see you dance. Get up and dance, said move, yeah, said groove, yeah. Said, come on, little lady, let me show you what a man can do. Said music, sweet music, soothing to my bones. Never, never, never leave me alone. But you do that, baby. See me tell me what we gonna do. Tell me what we gonna do. Listen. Let's give love a try. Yeah, yes, sir. Let Jah control your destiny. Owe it to yourselves, yes you do, to live in love and sweet.
Mr. Core.
Yeah.
Cat Core.
Silence on the 5.
William Clark.
Oh my goodness me.
Bonnie Ruggs.
Oh man.
What a voice.
Absolutely incredible. I mean,
tell me about
the clips that you're looking at there, man.
Boss,
this is special tiger, man.
Tell me
the tiger of a different jungle.
Tell me, how you actually meet this man?
Well, to be honest with you,
how you met him?
When I was around 13 or 14, I happened to get obliged to join a band named Inner Circle, right? And how I got that opportunity was because of a brethren named Richard Gray, who was a guitarist for them. Left and went to study medicine. Now, I had gone and watched Inner Circle over and over and over and over and over again, so I knew all the songs.
Right.
And, you know, as a budding lead guitarist out there, you get a chance to play with some C. Because when you look at the man there, you know, you say, Inner Circle, when you see all the man, it's not a joke thing, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're not dibby artists.
With Jacob?
No, Jacob wasn't there.
Never there yet?
No,
okay.
No. That's how I get to meet Ruggs. So Ruggs come down and audition for Inner Circle.
Right.
And he drove a red Hillman Hunter. I never forget it. And come out with a briefcase and go up the top and he had songs written out and all this kind of thing. And he sang, "Fall in love, I'm never gonna fall." Well, I'm not telling you, man. That was the end of that. And over the years, Ruggs moved back to New York and he became a taxi driver. You know, he was, you know, hustling and doing well, you know, doing well. And he had his son, Rashid, was born. Right. Rashid, I'm so happy he's part of our team today.
Yeah.
And, you know, after that, he was singing with Hugh Hendricks and the Buccaneers. And he had like 2 gigs that he was doing in New York. And we went to New York to perform, and he came by, and, you know, he was there with us and everything, and and then, you know, when the transition period happened and stuff, it seemed like he was the right person. And that's basically how he joined Third World. And, you know, it was a little bit of a little bit of pressure for him.
Right.
Because obviously he hadn't been there through that whole England era, through that whole, that whole launch of thing.
Right.
He had not been there with us, and so coming in at a time when we already had material, you know what I'm saying, and he had to adapt himself into that.
Right.
So that was a little bit of a challenge for him. But basically speaking, the talent and the personality.
Yes.
Of you knew the gentleman.
You knew the gentleman?
Come on now. You know.
So, Kyato. Explanation. You turn dancers. The band turned dancers, right?
Yes.
So, the music is one. Awesome musicians. Now you turn dancers. Movie stars. How does that go? What's happening there?
Gosh.
What's happening?
Well, we had an offer to do like a documentary on the band from a gentleman named Jerome Lacrosse. I'm very sorry he can't be with us today.
Right.
He sends his apologies and his love. But came and he saw what we were doing, and he really was interested in doing, like a documentary about us, about the vibrations of such a young set of guys,
Vibrant.
Yeah, and just doing our own thing and making our name, as best we could at the time, and this was something that helped to propel us.
The movie was called
Prisoner in the Street. Prisoner in the Street, yeah.
It was shown in our local theaters?
It was shown in Carib, and it actually made the cut for Cannes Film Festival. I don't think it actually was up for an award or anything like that, but it made the cut. In other words, it was shown at the Cannes Film Festival, which is a big thing. That's not small. So, as I say, we were new to the whole film thing.
Right.
And Jerome took us through all the paces. He took us through all the things that we had to do. And
script, everything?
No. The script was more like
free flow, freestyle.
Exactly.
Be
More
yourself.
Like be yourself. But in terms of timing and making sure you're on time to go on the set, because you have a whole lot of people with camera and thing waiting, and you can't show up late and then kind of thing.
Right.
So you have to learn. You have to learn the ways.
Okay. So let us look at a snippet of Prisoner in the Street.
Of course.
Me say me chop, natty chop all night. You see, man, I always smoke the best herb I have. Cali weed. Must smoke the best herb all the time. To herb is a heaven in the head, a spiritual thing. I see, you can't use herb as no sex business, and herb is a spiritual thing. You smoke herb, you make the full connection with God. So that means that if you don't love God, you can't smoke herb. Padum pam pam padum 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 pam pam padum pam. I want to see your thing. Watch me now. There. Padum pam padum pam pam padum padum.
Prisoner in the Streets. So, when I someone it wonder, you just do like a one movie and call it a day?
No, man, with that film producer, we did 3.
What?
Yeah, we did Prisoner in the Street, and that one would have had the previous band with Ibo and Willie.
Right.
And then we did another one for, well, it was mainly me, for French TV. But yes, le pour le contre, both sides of the story, Jack. Yeah. But that one was called Sweet Reggae. I don't recall the name exactly. But the next one that we did was Made in Jamaica.
Made in Jamaica.
Yeah, and that one we did with the band that had in Herbie Harris, myself, Bonnie, Richie, Tony Eruption. Yeah, and we were part of something really big. Made in Jamaica was a big project, and it had people like Gregory Isaacs, Tanya Stevens, it had a lot of Sly and Robbie, you know, and both movies were out of the top draw in terms of their production, and the director is just a top draw person, Jerome, and it just, both of them were Euro based in terms of, like, France would be where most people would have seen those movies, and those movies helped to propel our music in those countries. That's why we can that's why we can go there and go to festival after festival after festival, and tons and tons of people.
Yeah. There's my movie star.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
let us
take a look at Made in Jamaica.
I'm Shia Kaur, son of Cat Kaur.
I'm Cat Kaur, father of Shia Kaur.
That was lame.
Yeah. Right now, the fact that you all are playing music with such conscious themes and lyrics is very important too, you know?
Right, that's very important.
Yeah, because there are a lot of frivolous stuff music-wise out there.
That's true.
And yet still the world is in such turmoil.
Right.
So it's like the lyrical content of what you guys doing is so important for the people to hear. You know?
Well, it could never be done without the foundation that you set. I mean, that era really created everything now. I have to give thanks to you too.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. Better than the golf.
But
better than the golf.
Mr. Kaur, tell me
Yes,
about
sir.
now. When we talk about Ibu Cooper.
Yeah.
Right? Tell me about Ibu.
Well, it's an extraordinary individual. Order of distinction, man. Order of distinction.
ODS.
Yes, and also a Musgrave Medal recipient. And with Ibu, it's not so much really about a third world journey, you know, because Ibu in third world, in Inner Circle was a leader. He was a leader of Inner Circle,
right?
And I would have learned a lot of things from Ibu in that Inner Circle era in terms of harmony singing, in terms of structures and stuff. I mean, I had really good background in music, you know. I'm not trying to put all the stuff I did with Miss Foster Davis and, you know, my mom mentoring me and all of that kind of thing is a key. It's a key. It's a
Are
key
you
to my
practicing
whole.
the cello?
No, what? I couldn't even find the cello. When I don't practice, I can't find it. So it took so long to find that thing.
Yeah. Right.
And meeting Ibu, the first day I saw him, I said, what a bossy brother, man.
Yeah.
You know, because
Man
he
like
had
this,
a
man.
ratted attitude and thing, but somehow he knew who I was. He lived in Mona at the time, and he
Right.
went to JC.
Right.
And he somehow knew that I was into music and stuff, and the friendship started there. And then when the time came, Ibu was one of the people who told Roger Lewis and Ian Lewis, listen, man, we can put our money on this little youth here. I was very young. I was much younger not much younger, but I mean, in those days, if I'm 14 and Ibu is 17, that's much younger. Now,
youth,
it's much less, you know. When you're in the 60s, I think, it's a different story. But when you're at that time, you know, and so it wasn't hard to see when the transition was made, and I and Colin and Prilly and thing that when Ibu heard about it, Ibu said, you can't leave me out of that. All of this happened in a very short span of time, you know, because our first gig, of course, Ibu is the leader of the band, and he's already in the band.
Mm.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
So this is why he's considered to be a founding member of the band. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's not as if I went to him and said, Ibu wants out of band. It's like Ibu heard it or something and come and said, no, you can't leave me out of that.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So I have a lot of love and respect for him for that. Mm-hmm. So, you know, an extraordinary musician, a very, very, very bright human being, and a champion of black people's rights, you know, people of color, a champion of their rights, a champion of consciousness, a champion of what is right. So, you know, we want to big him up 100% today, because right now, plenty of the years, even the whole entire 47 years of the band's existence, it was, to this day, his influence still lives.
Right.
So, you know, there's no way that we could possibly have a celebration like this and leave that tiger out of the picture. Couldn't work.
You know, sir, this, when you look at the Third World show with Ibu and his setup, I'm a technical person.
Yes.
When you look at his setup, you know, out of the top drawer, you know,
there's a flying dread, we call him, you know.
Keyboards over his head and all
the
that.
It was a flying dread.
Yeah,
the flying dread.
Let us take a look at how Ibu used to set up.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. I hope.
Yet 10 years ago, few people outside of Jamaica had heard it for themselves. At that time, a group was formed with a goal, to take Jamaican music outside the confines of the small island of Jamaica and make it part of the international music mainstream. Third World combined traditional Jamaican ska and reggae with American rhythm and blues and even rock. Their first international hit was a reworking of an OJ song called Now That We Found Love, and it showed that Third World was right on target. Over the course of 7 critically acclaimed albums, Third World has won many converts to reggae music. And today, ska and reggae are part of everyone's musical vocabulary, influencing artists as diverse as The Police, The Clash, and perhaps the best-known Third World fan, Stevie Wonder. Third World and Stevie Wonder first played together in concert 7 years ago. Then at last year's Sunsplash Music Festival in Jamaica, Third World and Stevie Wonder began making arrangements to record together. The new Third World album, You've Got the Power, was recorded entirely at Stevie Wonder's Wonderland studio, with Stevie actually writing and producing on the two songs, Try Ja Love and You're Playing Us Too Close. It's a historical collaboration, as you are about to see and hear for yourself.
No, that is very interesting, how the project evolved, you see. Stretches way forward in time to 1969 in Kingston at the Carib Theatre in Crossroads. Stevie Wonder review with a band called Bohannon and his Motown band and a group called Inner Circle, which at the time featured Ruggs on lead vocal, Cat on lead guitar, myself on keyboards, with Willie on drums. Well, Carrot and Basie weren't with us at the time, right?
You weren't with us?
Anyway, what happened is that Steve came to Jamaica and played, and I mean, just, you know, as they would say, you just wipe the whole place out, you know what I mean, mash it up. And we had a good vibe going from then. Then come the Dream Concert 75 with the Wailers, Stevie Wonder, and Third World again in the Stadium of Jamaica. It just had that magic, you know what I mean? Well, as one of Stevie's songs says, if it's magic, why can't it be everlasting? So, come again, Sunsplash last year, and I mean, hey, you should have been there, you know what I'm saying? Up comes the morning sun at 7 o'clock with Stevie singing, jamming till the break of dawn. I mean, that kind of thing that excite poetry to your mind, you know what I mean?
Welcome back to Jamaica, and hello from Little Pub's Open Air Disco in Ocherius, where tonight my guests are the world-famous group Third World. They hail from the Blue Mountains of Jamaica, and tonight they are singing one of their biggest hits, Cool Meditation.
Prostitute, and I don't like city streets. fresh and sweet. I wanna get some cool meditation to get some cool meditation. Some of my brothers in the city, they have taken to the God, but I'm a living, working man, and I love my nature meditation. I need to get some cool meditation. I got to get away.
People call you so much dirty names. They use you to play their kinky games. And when they're done, they turn their backs on you, saying you're washed up, sad and blue. But now you finally reach the top. That's when you think the talking stops. They can't find one thing to say. They got to eat their words day by day. You know why? 'Cause I love you. Ooh, yes, and I just can't stop. And I need you all the way to the top. Love you with a sense of purpose. Say that again. Such a sense of purpose. Love you with a sense of purpose. Say that again. Such a sense of purpose. Hey, you hanging out with bad company. So much envy and jealousy. Ooh, on the street they saying this and that. Every day they just chit and chat. And even when they see you, they wonder why. I got you, I know why. 'Cause I love you. Ooh, yes, and I just can't stop. And I need you all the way, yeah, to the top, yeah. Love you with a sense of purpose. Love you with a sense.
47 years. 47 years, third world. Enough years that my boss.
No.
I know you're so long.
I'm not even part of it.
We have via Zoom Copeland Forbes. Hello, sir. Mr. Forbes, are you there? Mr. Forbes, are you there? Seems to be having a little internet problem on his end. All right. Until him join us.
Yeah.
Sense of purpose.
It's a good thing that we're going to have Copeland in, because that's directly his. All right, okay. Are you there now, Uncle?
Yes, I am.
All right. Welcome, Kopi. Welcome. And it's fitting that we just played Sense of Purpose, because that's your era with the band, sir. Am I correct?
Is he still there? He having internet problems, jumping in and out?
He's freezing up.
Yes.
What's going on there, Jumpy?
Copeland Forbes. You know the gentleman?
You know the gentleman. All right, when he comes back,
right.
Well, I'm just going to give you a little thing. Copeland was road manager for us. In those days, you have to say that he's kind of like a manager, not just a road manager, but he was on the road with us. But we never had any management structure up in some place, some high rise in New York,
Right.
We didn't have that kind of management.
Fifth Avenue office?
No.
Okay.
No, we didn't have that kind of.
Oh,
Okay. So Copeland really played a very instrumental part in that era. Sense of purpose, going into committed in that whole that whole time there.
Right.
And in fact, Copeland was really associated with us closely when we.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can
tour.
switch to the cell phone to see if it can.
So he keeps coming in and out, but we're gonna try and get him on because.
Well, tell me what to do then. I don't know what else to do. I'm just sitting here.
Yeah.
Copeland, I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you too. I can see you.
All right, let's do this. Let us do this. How are you, sir?
Muy bien, gracias.
Yeah. Tell me about managing third world. You have the sense of purpose era. Tell me about managing third world. What kind of problem them give you? All right, he's frozen again. Yeah.
Him need to. What's happening with him thing? You did it?
Yes, I'm here. I'm not doing anything.
Tell us about the third world, the sense of purpose era.
Yeah. Well, that was really a period of real sense of purpose because we broke some records right in that era, like being the second reggae group to go to Zagreb in Yugoslavia. Right, we played New York City.
Freezing up on his end. Yeah, he's having a little bit of connection problem. Not seem to be connected to us anymore.
And him talking some serious things.
Yeah, we want to hear what I'm saying.
Yeah, of course.
Hello, are you there? Are you there? Are you there? He's not there.
Music festival and the thing went down. I wonder if I can switch to doing it on my I'm doing it on my PC.
Try your telephone and see. We'll come back to you.
Yeah, we're gonna come back to your copy because you don't know.
Yeah, let us get the connection together.
Yeah.
So, sense of purpose. No.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, and pretty much we were yeah, I mean, we worked with a producer called Amir Bayan who did a song called One More Time. We did a song called World of Uncertainty, which is a great song.
Right.
And we had songs like Reggae Jam Boogie, and you used to live next door, 18 years old with me more. Wow, how you've gone, it's been so long. You know, offering from Ibu, which was fantastic. And of course, we had Buddy Ruggs who sang Sense of Purpose and also sang One to One, which is another great song too. And Rock Me, that's another Ibu offering that was just out of the top drawer. But I really believe that Sense of Purpose era for us was more of like how we really transcended into Black American radio.
Okay.
You know, because we had, now that we found love, that really had propelled us into R&B listenership, because R&B people were not the ones who broke reggae in America. It was white college kids that broke reggae in America. And everybody knows that. And we had a lot of difficulty trying to get airplay on black radio. Tremendous difficulty. But Third World were one of the people who really, really helped to make that start to happen. And we are very proud of that. And we were able to cross. But you see, our culture that we came from was James Brown, Sly and Family Stone, right? Coming right up through Earth, Wind and Fire, Santana, all of that was in our blood. So we were able to merge that with reggae and come up with, you know, something different.
I make sure that.
Yeah, man. And you know, as I said, that era there, that I call it an era because tried your love into that sense of purpose. That those 2 times were really, like, for me, were very special in terms of how we helped Jamaican music to be appreciated by a wider African American audience.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I know we're talking about. Tell me a little bit about Treasure Love, sense of that Treasure Love. Okay.
Well, we were earlier on about Stevie and all of that. Right. And you don't know already, say, when the song started to fly, it was just kind of like, it was Now That We Found Love all over again.
Mm-hmm.
And it went to number 2 in Japan. I have a platinum record on my wall for Japan. So, I mean, Treasure Love is a hit. Treasure Love is a hit.
So
No question about
Stevie Wonder, what? He wrote, he played.
Stevie Wonder's idea, Treasure Love is his whole idea.
Right.
But when he was singing the basic, he was like, he didn't have the lyrics.
Right.
And he called a girl named Melody McCulley, who was a church lady, and she helped him to finish the lyrical content. Now, when a man call you, to help him,
Yeah.
I want to call him to help me. You understand? So, you know how much he appreciated and rated that lady, and she did a wonderful job. And I have to tell you, boy, it's one of my favorite third world songs because from its start, it's just, on top of the globe.
Right.
It's a top song.
Okay. Is Copeland back? Is Copeland back? Hello, Copeland? Is he back? No, we lost him. All right. Yeah. Stevie Wonder, you knew the gentleman?
Yes, I know the gentleman. I know the gentleman, trust me.
All right, so Treasure Love, Now We Found Love, that was the same kind of stemming off of the same branch.
Yeah. It is.
What you would say?
Well, I would say that Willie used almost the same drum pattern that he played in Now That We Found Love. He went back for the same kind of thing with Treasure Love, and it was at Stevie's request that he did that.
Right.
But Stevie put the clap machine in there.
Right.
So it kind of sounds, when you listen to it, as if Willie's playing a fatback snare, but he's actually playing a rim. But with the clap, that's why it sounds that way.
It's the same format.
My
father would say.
It's a very, very tight drum track. It's very well played by Mr. Willie Stewart. Order of distinction.
Oh, yeah.
Order of distinction.
My father would say, if the bulb is not blown, don't change it.
I know.
Because it works.
Yes.
So we work with the same format.
Of course.
All right. So we're going to go to the video of Committed.
I've got my life invested in you right now. Can't turn my back on all the things we share. Everything has its value, everything has its price. All my assets I'm cashing just for you. 'Cause I'm committed to keeping this love alive. I'm committed. Staying in love with you. 'Cause I'm committed, baby, to keeping this love alive. I'm committed. Staying in love with you. We may be together or we might be apart. There's no one who could ever take your place. You gave
Send him over to me, Rasta messenger. You're welcome. Oh yeah, send him over to me, Rasta messenger. No problem. Lagos jump, Lagos jumping. Lagos jump, Lagos jumping. Jumping. Lagos jumping.
47 years journey, third world band. Boss.
Yeah.
Years.
All right, see the tiger there, you know.
Mr. Cooper, Ibu Cooper,
yeah,
via Zoom.
the real boy.
Yeah.
How you doing, brethren?
Blessed love will go there. Can you hear me clear?
Loud and clear.
You clear, man.
Loud and clear.
And the visual is not freezing, right?
No. You're good. I love your backdrop.
So we still, Cavalier Productions.
Yeah. I want to tell you, we had on Darren and Prilly, and we had on Chris Blackwell too, and all of them said they must hail up the tiger, you know? Hail the tiger up.
Yeah. So, Ibu.
Yeah.
Founding member.
Yeah, man.
Yes. Talk to it. Tell him about your journey. Your how you instrumental into structuring your part. First of all, let me just commend you, sir. Your look on stage, the flying keyboard rig, out of the ballpark.
Yeah, man.
Share your journey.
You saw the Shirley Basilico, man? Wicked.
It coming from a way forward, I have to give credit to another group that is celebrating 50 years or 50-something years in a circle.
Right.
Because, in a circle, had Ruggs, Cat, myself, and Prilly.
Yeah. And Carl too.
Barovia, yes. But there was a feeling to want to do some originality, So one day, Cat said to me, standing on a certain balcony, facing a certain time in the evening.
Yeah.
With the right vegetable matter.
Yeah. Resembling ganja.
I'm sorry, more I start a thing. I'm saying, boy, you can't live without that thing. And so that was really where the dream began. We pursued it. And we used to rehearse in a certain room,
Right.
Yes. I want to also remember Cat's mom, which is cool.
Right.
Personally, she was an inspiration to me because once we went to the house that we used to live before that same house, and I was just jamming on the piano, and she sent for me and said, you have a nice touch in it, you should pursue jazz and popular music, which was very
right.
And so she really encouraged us. That was inspirational because for his age especially.
There?
Pick up naturally. And I've always considered that extension of the instrument like body. And we got along very well. We moved out, Prilly came with us, and we started Third World. Then, as you can see over my, I don't know if it's right or left to you will see a poster called Bob Marley and the Wailers. If you look below that, you will see opening Third World at the Lyceum, Strand, London. You see? Thursday and Friday, the 17th and 18th of July, that was 1975. The put a ticket price, £1.50, but them days are not big money, that's enough.
Yeah.
And that was when we went to London now. And we got signed by Blackwell. And we saw something unique. The first album there and started a concept cover that was done by a Haitian artist called Mr. Botek. And I've never met the man, but his artwork inspired that cover. But 2 years later, there's another man who just passed away recently I want to mention. Freddie Hickling, and a man called Tommy Pinnock, Sense of Purpose. Freddie and Tommy.
Yeah.
And we came up with a concept called explantation.
Right.
Unique. Because we were the music, songwriters, the actors, and everything.
The dancing.
Everything. You know,
I don't cut you, but it's pretty incredible that you mentioned Mrs. Rita Cork. I just start rain, as you call her name, rain just start falling. Oh,
yeah. I tell you, say, that and don't tell you now, I don't know if you can't remember, you know, but there's a line where I used to say, they make watch, they make clock, and I'm gonna have to watch the clock.
Yeah.
Now go across the stage tonight, you know, and just catch a blank, you know.
Yeah.
Cat now and Richard them was supposed to hold a freeze with your back turned to me, with me facing the audience.
Yeah.
Cat realize I'm a blank out, you know. I'm just hearing him say, watch the clock, bro, watch the clock.
Watch the clock, watch the clock.
I was like, thank you, right. So, you know, we have a lot of good memories from the time.
Yeah.
Out of that, there was a man from a company called Concerts West up in Portland who had come to, he had come to Jamaica, not Portland, sorry, Seattle, Washington. Yes. He had come to Jamaica to secure the rights for a movie called The Harder They Come. He was staying at the hotel in New Kingston, and he said, I want somewhere to go, so somebody carried him to explantation. And that is where we met somebody again who was going to be very instrumental in our life, a man called Lewis, who managed us for a while.
Right, yeah.
And so we launched off, we went to Los Angeles, where we used to get up every day for 3 months, business-wise. And I challenged
3 months.
3 months, every morning. You exercise, you go to the theater, you rehearse, you run down your staging, you run down your scripting, and so on. Pre-tour. And today, I'm trying to encourage a lot of the acts to do that because there's a business and professional way to perform.
Right.
A lot of people saw it in the group, right? And let me tell you, the thing I miss the most about not being a member of Third World physically right now is that discipline. I see a lot of people out there boss on this, but there's that discipline. This band never went on tour without rehearsal, even if you're playing the same repertoire. Seriously.
The discipline, absolutely.
Yeah. And so,
absolutely.
Boss, we were in Compass Point now.
Yeah.
In the album that I want, no, that we found. Compass Point now is in Nassau. Blackwell had just built it. That was one of the first things that was recorded in there. But after that, we went to Suriname to do like a thing with a man called T-Lock Singh. And Suriname.
Yeah, man. Something right, Shaw.
When we went to Suriname now, believe me, I'm not lying to you. I was literally chasing down the promoter in the street for $500 because the man never want to play with.
Yeah.
We got a phone call from Blackwell that now that we found love was now number 2 in the top of the pop chart in London. Get here immediately.
Rap.
And so the thing just turned like that.
Yeah.
So we were in London 2 days later, and the rest is history. Now that we found love went top of the charts. But me and Kat have a standing joke. Because we had a big song before that. Which one? Where the record company claims that this song never chart. So we have played in some places where we never know if that place called Papa Ringen in Germany. You know what I mean? The
pure come outside and
pure come. Right? And everywhere that we went, as soon as we hit that C card and Rose go 96 degree pandemonium. The cat would look at me and I would look at him and we would shake my head and laugh. Record company was trying to tell us that song never died.
Yeah.
It just seemed to have been known everywhere. You know?
Right. Yeah, and Chris was saying today that why after a time and the years went on, the thing just became a monster.
Yeah.
It just like was never necessarily had a big, airplay smash type of record, but as it went on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one is that we're known for Know That We Found Love, which is a remake of the flip side of Money. Gamble and Huff, the Money.
Yeah.
We used to play Money, and we turned to we also used to play the B side. So we did our own arrangement of it, and that went. Right?
Yeah.
I still challenge that we might be known for 96 more than Know That We Found Love. I still challenge that.
Yeah. Well, here the key now, boo. We're going to get you back on a special thing where it's just you alone. Because we have to run. But trust me, the stories between me and you could go on and on and on and on. On and on and on. Woohoo!
Thank you, Mr. What the album say, right? What the album say?
More work to be done. All right, Bless. I hope you'll be a part of that work too. Yes. Yeah, man. Miss you, my brother. Miss you. God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're tuned to the new Third
I love this new world as well. This is the Third World New Order. Check it.
Shaggy, not a mercy.
The dance from the west side, getting down with the girls on the east side. No tribal warfare in the air. Stone up in my string up. Jah know the roots man on the road in my setup. Reggae music everywhere. Ooh, Lord. Tell somebody. Having a party, yeah. No trouble on the West Bank. No one's trying to be the top rank. Let's throw our differences away. Yes. Work hard for this good time. Jano, we'll be jamming on the front line. The reggae boys are here to play. We're gonna tell somebody.
It's making music attack the world with a fever. It's party going on, me no intent to leave. You man have a party from Jamaica to Geneva. With music pumping only coming through the speaker. Every man a rubber dub with them senorita. The one arm and even the 109 millimeter. So let's just hold our vibes to the beat, yeah.
Sly and Robbie, Beanie Man, Shaggy, Maxi and Bounty. Ladies saw shit, you will be there. Ooh, yeah.
This type of road with this hybrid running, it a pop off me now. Rastaman now blaze them chalice till the smoke look like cloud. Watch it yellow broke out in the bashment clothes. All them gyal wine, you know them get me a rose. Them waist most elastic, all a springing on them toes. Me love shaggy say ya when them get style like those. Third world ready's only hardly.
So, Third World 47th anniversary, the story edition, and the story goes on because over the years Third World has supported a couple of charities.
Yes.
Right? Tell us about it.
Well, we're supporting many charities. We actually supported Maxfield Park Children's Home, right? And and now in more recent times now we're supporting Alligator Head Foundation, are doing wonderful work. The ISA Foundation is doing wonderful work for kids in terms of medical supplies, in terms of the outfitting the hospitals with incubators, with things of that, they're spending we're making a lot of money and spending it properly. Right? And the Alligator Head Foundation now is taking the oceans into account and trying to educate Jamaicans and people around the world as to how important it is to keep the oceans in some kind of cleanliness. Not only that, plastic bottle business, but not only that, but also the fishing. You can't just overfish the thing. Because then you won't have any fish to eat. So the fishing sanctuary is a very important part of it too. So we're going to show you what we're dealing with here. Here are the messages.
Hi, I'm Paul Issa. I'm the chairman of the Issa Trust Foundation and a longtime fan of Third World since 1973, actually. The Issa Trust Foundation, their focus is on Jamaican children and on improving their lives, especially in the fields of pediatric healthcare. Last year, Third World helped us raise almost $200,000 by performing in a concert with Air Supply and Coffee that was held at Couples Sanssouci last June. And it was, what a great evening that was. What a great band they are, and what great contributors to Jamaican life and culture. They have agreed to be our Goodwill Reggae ambassadors, and they have been so for the last few months, and we are grateful for that. And I just want to wish them, on behalf of the Issa Trust Foundation and Couples Resorts, a happy 47th anniversary. The longest and oldest reggae band, the longest running reggae band in existence. Thank you.
From all the way in the Inner Hebrides in Scotland, the sunny ocean of Scotland, Francesca here, sending my love to everyone in Third World and respect from one side of the ocean to the other, because it is the ocean that connects us all, and it indeed is your music that connects us. The global music of reggae and the amazing career of Third World and their unwavering support for the protection of the oceans, their unwavering support for Alligator Head Foundation and everything we're doing to try and protect that little part of beautiful Jamaica, the blue that surrounds the island, as indeed the blue that surrounds us here in Scotland. So, sending love from afar.
Respect, man! Love to the Third World. Best band in the world.
We are out there loving you, sending our best. Good vibes to everyone and much love, enough love.
So, where we going now? We're going to face them Anguilla. Yeah. We have friends. Third World has friends right around the world. Yes. And here's another friend. Amari Banks. A top boy. Top boy. A top boy. 418 to win against Australia. And the man stayed there and said, no, Gleno. No, Stewie. Get on the front foot and get to McGrath. Yeah. Are you with me?
I'm with you.
How you doing, Amari?
I'm good. I'm just taking it easy here in Anguilla. There's music and the quarantine time, but we're making the most of it. We don't have any COVID right here in Anguilla, so we can still move around. But of course, nobody can come in and we can't travel out. But everything is blessed.
Yes. Amari Banks is also musically inclined. Tell me how you become family with Third World.
Well, first I want to say thanks to the whole Third World band for the support, for the inspiration which they have given over the years. I want to say a special thanks to Cat Core for being a friend, a supporter, a musical inspiration, and so much more. Long before music, but even when I was playing cricket, I knew Cat even before I met him personally with my dad. I remember Third World played a show as a little boy in the festival village here in Anguilla.
Big up Banky Banks.
Of course, big up my dad, Banky
How is
Bang.
Banky? How is Banky?
He's doing great. He's doing great. He's doing great.
Cool.
He's still playing and loving what he's doing. But
Yeah.
I want to say, the first time I saw Cat play guitar was in the Festival Village in Angola. And I was blown away by the whole band playing. And from that time, I didn't even know your name, Cat. So, I mean, it's such a blessing to, after, as a little boy, as the years went on, when you guys came from Moonsplash, you spending so much time here with my dad at the Dune, having to get to know you as a friend and like a big uncle. I just want to say thanks for the inspiration and it's great to always have you guys come here and support the vibe.
Right.
I want to show Cat something. Mr. Core. You remember this?
Look, yeah. Rain and fall. Yeah. Yes. Yes, Omar, we love you. Every single time. We don't have the point to prove.
We ain't got no point to prove.
Yeah, we don't have to try to confuse. We're not coming from a boy paper.
Yes, man.
Yes, Omar.
Yeah, man.
It's just music is love. You know, one world, third world. That's how
of course.
Yeah, man.
Cat, you gave me this gift.
Love, we look forward to when you can come back here, my brother.
Looking forward to that. Of course.
Man. And thanks so much for being with us today. Thank you so much.
I'm going to work on a collab.
I'm ready for that. Let's do it.
We're ready.
Yeah, man. Give thanks and tell all the family I sent my love, please.
Love you, my brother. Love you. Speak soon.
All right,
Tiger. Lots of love.
Big up.
I think of love and I think of life and joy. Always right. Life can be a sweet paradise as joy. Always right. I think of all love and I think of life and joy. Always right. Life can be a sweet paradise for sure. Always right. Things will come and things will go. All love will last forever, you know. I think of all love and I think of life and joy. Always around, yeah. Life can be a sweet paradise, 'cause you're always around, yeah. Think of all love and I think of life, yeah. Always around, yeah. These heavens separate us sometimes, but it's all lies. Yes, it's only in our minds. When I think of you, it's a paradise. 'Cause you're always there when I want you, always there when I need you, always there when I want you, always there when I need you. Oh, always around. Just like it. Na na na. Hey, oh. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bell's have one more time. Let me know he will be always around. Come on, bring it down, Nino. Always around. I wanted that bridge.
I crossed the bridge, man. Just
Disturbance separate us sometimes, but it's alright. 'Cause it's only in our minds. Hey, when I think of you, it's a paradise. But you're always, yes, you're always, God, you're always, hey, always there when I want you. Always. such a beautiful thing to know as we always ride. Oh yeah. Hey, everybody say that. Everybody, we love it. God bless you. It's the best time of all. Hey, yeah, yes. Always, always, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby. Don't you know you're always around me?
Finest group out of Jamaica till this time still, because they're still together, and I'm glad that I'm a part of, you know, tonight's happening. I'm a virgin them, man. I love them, you know.
Welcome back. Rain, cool down the thing. Yeah. Big vibes this. This is 47 years. I see, as Ibu talk about Rita Core.
Rainfall.
Rainfall.
And the rain never fall even more right now because the last song that you heard, Always Around, is Irvin Carrot Jarrett, who of blessed memory, who wrote that song. And right now we want to big up all of his people, Ard, Gina, Sky, Rainbow, Judah.
Yeah.
All of his people, we want to big them up in a massive way and say, hey, watch here, we miss the Tiger very much, we love him, and he's a part of my history.
Yeah.
He's a part of my history. He's from Harbour Zoo.
Yeah.
That's where the man come from.
Cross the bridge?
No, not cross the bridge.
Before the bridge.
Yeah.
Right.
But he's a Harbour View man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, and we big up all the citizens of Harbour View. Enough respect and love to you.
Yeah.
Any of you who are watching us today. Big up Irvin Carrot Jarrett. Big up. This is your moment in the anniversary special.
Yeah.
Big up to Irvin Carrot Jarrett. You're always around, my brother.
All right. So now we're going to bring the band in, the current band in, which is Mr. Richard Daly, Tony Lenworth Williams, Rob Sean Williams, Norris Webb.
Watch him now. The driver, don't stop at all.
What on it? Where's AJ? I don't see him yet, but let us get them in the room. So before when we get everybody in the room, so let's go to a video and we get all the band members in the room.
Norris looks like he will play with Z.
Loving you is easy, cause the way you make me feel. Loving you is simple, that's the way it's supposed to be. Baby, with you by my side, I feel so young and free. I can love you on and on and on and on, on and on and on. Loving you is easy, I guess we're meant to be. Loving you is simple, it must be destiny. I'll be loving you for you, and you love me for me. We'll be loving on and on and on and on, on and on and on.
via Zoom, we have the Third World Band, the new generation. Mr. Core, where are you, sir?
Right here, sir.
We have live Richard Daly,
You sure?
Tony, Williams, Robshan, Wagwan.
Yo! How you doing, Sally?
Norris Webb, Noriega, Wagwan.
No, the COVID thing, you know, COVID is a must, trucking is a must. Yeah, man.
Nah. But see here, look at the gentleman.
Yes.
Truck Dynasty.
The man kind of look like ZZ Top.
Yeah.
Follow the trend, you know, we have to follow the trend.
So, Mr. Daly.
Yes, sir.
The journey. 47 years of journey. Tony, Williams, Robshan, Wagwan.
Yo! How you doing, sir?
Norris Webb, Noriega, Wagwan.
Don't Richie here. No?
Richie, talk to me. I need,
Yeah,
think you guys need to mute the background. Mute the background because I'm hearing the thing.
Yeah, please back up on. The journey.
I'm not hearing Richard at all.
You're not hearing me? Are you hearing me now?
Yes.
All right. The journey from 1973 to the year 2020. Third World, still not defeated. Now, good one. Full enough vibes. Good album, meet some great people. Work with some great people.
Right.
Which nobody you mentioned in the explanation run. It was your father who did the lights.
Yeah, I did try put in a little 2 cents, you know, but then never 2
What's up?
What's up?
Oh.
What's up?
Tony. Yes,
Yeah.
Tony Lock. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Tony Lock. The man contribute to the vibe. You know, sometimes some of the people go on Herald, don't get mentioned or get thing because the frontliners them just have the thing.
Mr. Daly, beg you a little bit more in my monitors.
I am shouting.
Yeah, we have the rain and here and thing. A little more, man. You hear me in your monitor, sir?
Yeah.
As I was trying to say.
Yes, sir.
People who go on Herald, who do some big works behind the scene.
Right.
And congratulations on that show that you're on at night time, the Sunday night. We expose them talent behind the scene.
Yes.
The experience, Kat and Ibu, Copeland Fabs tried to unveil into the story them with all Dan Green and all that. So there's not much more to be said. But it's just a experience that I like every musician get a chance to fulfill them dreams and ambition. You know, the band has been through changes, personnel, you know, and you look back like those days, but it's a journey and a story to be told. And each is like a book with different chapters. You have a chapter where the first set of man them who found the band, create the sound. Then comes other people who made big time contribution. You can't diminish the effort of the man who started or understate the effort of the man who's inside it right now. You know, for myself, I've been fortunate to be doing the right from day one. But you know, all he said, Third World is undefeated.
Yeah, of course, Richie, of course. And we had Evan on today, and you know, it was so nice to hear. Remember when we were on Stern's floor, sleeping and rehearsing down in the basement every single day. All you do is live to wake up and go downstairs and take up your bass or take up your Stratocaster guitar where you just buy. You understand? Because in those days, you couldn't just walk into that thing and pick up a piece. You have to know where the corn is coming from to pick that piece up first.
Yeah.
You have to know that. Yeah, man. Tony Rups.
Yell up.
What's going on, brother?
Yes,
longest, one of the longest members of the band beside me and Richie, John. What's going on, Charlie?
It's good to be a part of, man, you know?
Yeah, man, it's nice to see you, bro.
You guys.
How's Montego Bay?
Nice and kind of overcast like your rain, but it's still hot like fire.
Yeah, well, it was terribly hot here, but the rain a fall like serious rain a fall right now.
Yeah, we don't have none yet.
Tony.
Yeah, it look away up here on this side.
Yeah, I need some down here. Some seeds in the ground.
Good rain behind us. You know, we can't see the golf course. We have real good rain.
Yeah, man, we love it. We need the rain.
Yeah.
Robson.
Yes,
how
I.
are all the families, the third world families?
Mr. Core.
Yeah,
you know, we're gonna go to Norris.
Guys here.
Yeah. Of course, we're bigging up Lisa and Ashley in Tampa. We're bigging up Karen in Fort Lauderdale with Richie. I think they're over on the other side right now, but we're bigging up AJ and tomorrow. We don't see AJ yet. And we're bigging up Norris and his entire family as well. You know, Ian and our Ace and everybody, mommy, everybody, you know. All the family. Norris, how you doing, bro?
Mr. Core, Mr. Core, you need to shut up for a moment.
Man is super cat, but you can't tell him.
Yeah, man, Tony, man.
Yeah.
Let him, cat, let him your mic, no?
Let him your mic.
What on it? You're the man of a super look there now. He has a new look. The tiger look the man out. He looks to me like ZZ Top. There?
Yeah, man, you know.
Talk to me now. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, you have to just go with the times, you know, it's following the trend of the elders, you know. You join a thing, you know, so just follow up. You know?
But there's no elder that have a beard as long as yours. There is no elder in the band that have a beard as long as yours.
I don't recognize the man at all.
You know,
who's that guy?
Are you a part of the band? How long have you been in the band, sir?
Yeah, how long you been
in the band? There's a new brother in the band.
You see, when you're out in this world, you know, you just blend, you know. We have to just make sure that we blend, you know. We don't want some of these unscrupulous out here come attack we, you know. We have to look like them. You understand?
Yes.
What a thing, man.
I'm telling you. Tell me something now. Tell me about more work to be done. Let's talk about that a little bit. Richie?
Me? Okay.
Yeah, man. Tell me what going on the project. How did it, 1 year now? What's happening? Talk to me.
In the early days.
Production, this, that.
Yeah. Well, you know the producer. Enough kudos to him. You can hear me?
Yeah.
Enough kudos to the producer. Damien Junior Gang Marley.
Yeah.
Between him and Kat came up with this inspiration that him should do an album together.
Right.
And outcome, we started the work, which took over 3 years, which is a long time for album still, but
right.
Both aggregation. Damien toured, Third World Tour, and we keep passing like ships in the night sometimes.
Right.
We go all Austria and go back up and them kind of thing there.
Right.
We're going home tomorrow and as we reach the airport, we head straight for the studio.
Right.
You know, so it was something very inspiring because I had worked with his father some many years ago in the producer movement. And to come back and say that you get the opportunity to work with Damien himself now and see the similarity between father and son, unbeknownst to him.
Yeah.
Not like him deliberately imitating his father.
Right.
He's a living reincarnation plus.
Yeah.
You know? So, enough time we did some tracks and we have to tear it up and start over because we keep out doing ourselves. So all that track we think, wow, this bad. Next night we hold a jam and it's better than the night before. So we have to things just keep growing. I have to say to yourself, no, this can't go on forever. It has to stop somewhere.
Yeah. AJ? Hold the line, caller. Talk to me, Eruption. Hold the line, caller. Yeah.
Yes,
Hold the line.
Yes, Robbie, tell me about the more work to be done.
Yes, yeah, man, it was a great project, you know, because you don't know, I played with Damien in an early stages.
Right.
I toured with this band when it just came out. And to come back full circle, come work with him again as a producer, you know what I mean?
Right.
The growth, the growth, man, grow like magnitude, you know what I'm saying? And the experience and knowledge of the thing was amazing, you know?
Right.
Know exactly what I do. I mean, is a whole of respect. As I remember that young you just starting out, and you know, I find hear the knowledge, amount of knowledge you have about the business and sound, and so you respect. You know, you don't. You put your input and his input to just to simply change the hi-hat groove and just turn the thing into the magic.
Right.
Amazing, you know.
Okay. Noriega, tell me about which art. Let me ask you now. Which is really your song on the album, your favorite song on the album, More Work to Be Done? Which song you love?
You see that wolf sheep, yeah? Like those sheep in the meadows.
Yeah.
The sheep in meadow, right? Is a split between the sheep in meadow and third world turning. I don't one of them two.
Yeah.
Look like we have AJ.
Those are my.
Is a photo finish, right?
And the sheep in the meadows.
Yeah. Let's see Brownie's on.
AJ Brown.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm doing everything. I'm doing the phone just jump up on my thing. Plug in and
It's still a little bit cracking. I think it's your internet. I think it's AJ internet letting him down.
The background look nice, so the paintings look nice.
Yeah, awesome. It's an awesome painter.
Yeah, man, that's really cool, man.
Yeah. Cesar Norris, photo finish, right?
Photo finish, man. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to toss between one of those two.
Yeah.
Our third world turning. I just want to do that. Of course, you're not the only one. It's just a plaza. It's just plaza.
Yeah, remember my name tonight.
My favorite.
Remember my Yeah.
But
Richie,
man, but
we're hoping to get back Jay. We want to get back Jay, man.
Yeah, we want to talk to AJ a little bit there.
We're
having a little technical difficulty.
Yeah, it's some difficulty going on there, but otherwise everybody else is roaming.
Yeah. Richie network up and running, man. So, Rich Roy.
Yeah.
You're looking forward to going back on the stage? Virtually?
No. I'm not too excited about the virtual performance.
It can work. Me have your luck, man. Believe me, me have your luck.
See it.
I have your luck. What is my name? Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Steve Locke.
All right, Locke.
I'm telling you that I have your luck. Yes,
everything
sir.
You know, one of the most important thing in a concert?
What?
Is when the artist said to the audience, "How do you feel?" And them shout back, "Irate."
Yeah.
I tried the other day, Richie. I tried the other day with Freddie McGregor when I did this virtual show.
Yeah.
And when we shout out, "How do you feel?" the cameraman said, "I'm feeling okay."
You did well at that, I must say.
Yeah. All right, so we have problem getting AJ, and we're kind of time sensitive, you know. Yes, sir.
Look,
I'm hearing you.
I'm trying to say that I would like you and the people to know that really and truly there's more work to be done. It's unfortunate that I was not able to be there more than I was, because this project started more than 5 years ago, you know, with the first single.
Yeah.
You know, and that time I was actually start drive. And half I was on the road.
Yeah, over the road.
On stage, over the road. And when we're not on stage, you know, the chips keep falling and the bass keep rolling.
Yeah.
But I was just rolling. However, it's the last part of the project I came in, injected some more. But half of it I was really there, but I'm here to be a part of the whole project, and, you know.
Noriega. If you didn't only say, hey, on the album, you're good. Take my word for it. Take it from me. If you didn't only go, hey.
I said that too.
Don't bother run the thing hot.
Yeah.
I feel the same way too, because there were several times that I was not able to be there because remember Third World had its show and I had to come down here and start. It was a very great show too, I have to say.
Right.
Really wonderful show. Everybody played their part, but boy, let me tell you, I had to do a little field work. So, you know, but at the same time, as we all say, boy, life is life and we're good. And we give enough thanks to know that, boy, we can be here today. Even if we're virtually, that we can be talking to each other and we can be doing stuff like that. And it just makes me know how much I miss you, you know?
Yeah.
How much I miss you. All of you, I really do. You know?
Yeah, man. I miss you guys.
We want to big up Maurice, to Maurice Gregory, who put a lot of effort in this album.
Of course.
Big up, Greg up.
We're talking
Smooth
about.
boy.
Herbie Gregory.
Yeah, we got sleep on the road coming back from the studio a couple of times, right?
In the morning, on traffic. Yeah.
You have to wake up the tiger. Wake up, tiger.
Yes, we have to pull off in a lot a couple of times. I want to use these.
Absolutely. Big up the tiger, 100%.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. 47 years. You have been part of the 47 years. Thank you very much. And I've been a part of the thing journey too. I have a couple of years in the thing, right? Mr. Daly?
Yes, Mr.
Yeah,
Lama.
I have a new name for Norris. We can call him Zizi.
Zizi.
Zizi. Norris Z.
Man, look at the man going to rock and roll thing.
Zizi.
All right, we're going to go to a video now. We're going to go to a video now. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Love. Respect.
Yeah, and to all the viewers, we'll get AJ in when his thing is working. We'll tape it, and when you watch the replay, you'll be able to see the interaction with AJ.
Yeah.
But we're very sorry we're very sorry we couldn't get him in. Very, very sorry we couldn't get him in.
All the people who's watching or has watched, we'd like thank them very much for the support over the years. Because we get realized since this quarantine, there's no me without you or no you without me.
There's no me without you.
Absolutely.
Friends and family and fans who are supporting us over the years.
And we have some of them here with us today.
Yeah.
The great Darren Green, Prilly Hamilton, Jose Walton is here with us. You understand? Colin Oliver Leslie, Brigadier, otherwise known as Brigadier.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Big up the Third World family. Big up all the fans. Hope to see you soon.
All right, Tiger.
Yes.
All right, we're going to go to our video.
Hail up the mini Tiger for me. The mini Tiger.
Yes. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to our video now.
Our video.
Roughing at the trap, and everybody need a hand to lift them up when them a drop.
If you're out there somewhere feeling lonely, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. If you're out there somewhere feeling lonely, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. So come on inside and tell me how you're feeling. Tell me all about the burdens that you bear.
Tell them say age is a number, Third World no study maths. Richie Daly and me done, age around a top of tops. Up to now no boy no play guitar, we bad like Uncle Cat. Maurice save a Papa son, Norris played for Super Cat. Oh, one band so full of talent like the list just never stops. Go on eruption fit like Figgle and can sprint a dozen laps. Steve like a engineer, truck back a fear buck. Give the legend them props. Real uptown rebels help with reggae on the map. More money, more problems. Not to say I woulda swap, but it's slowly at the top.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120,
ain't no losers here. This music born in Kingston. Keep it grooving without fear. Whoa.
Knowledge teaches wisdom. Seek and see things clear. Celebrating for a reason. To shed the load we bear. Everybody sing. Everybody sing. Must be my intuition, but the vibes I'm feeling here has got me on a mission to get my stuff in gear.
Ain't no use in wishing things will just appear. Oh no, no, no. But when the big bad bass is kicking them, every problem disappear. Oh, everybody sing. Na, 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 na.
Everybody sing.
Everybody sing. Oh, na, 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 na. The angelic sound of reggae music play.
Everybody
sing. If it was a rubber dub, we would be lost in the concrete jungle and the chemical forest. Your love could not be found. So now that we find your love, we gon' scan with our arms wide open up, giving thanks unto the Almighty, highly high for saving us.
So to close my conversation,
those who have ears will hear.
keep a upful meditation.
There's a lot more love to share.
Without hesitation, be free and don't be scared. We need no reservation to have a good time while we're here. Everybody sing. Everybody sing. Everybody sing.
Yeah. This is the original Chronics, and we are represent for the legendary Third World, you see me? On them 47th anniversary and the first anniversary of the More Work to Be Done album, which is one of my favorite albums in reggae music. East to the General Cat Core and east to the whole Third World family. This is the original Chronics from Spanish Town, Jamaica. Peace.
Yeah, big them up on top of the world, big them up right through the world, at them name Third World. Yeah, congrats on the 47th anniversary. Strong, live long, strong. See, enough love and respect from Tyrus Riley, your little nephew. Yeah, right, you. Big up, big up, big up, big up. And thank you very much for having me on your album, More Work to Be Done. Yeah? Honor and privilege once again. Big up Third World, right through the world. Respect. Sing it. I'm on top of the world, yes I. And it gives me great pleasure to big up Third World. Yeah, big them up on top of the world, big them up right through the world, at them name Third World. Yeah, congrats on the 47th anniversary. Strong, live long, strong. See, enough love and respect from Tyrus Riley, your little nephew. Yeah, right, you. Big up, big up, big up, big up. And thank you very much for having me on your album, More Work to Be Done. Yeah? Honor and privilege once again. Big up Third World, right through the world. Respect. Sing it. I'm on top of the world, yes I. And it gives me great pleasure to big up Third World. Yeah, big them up on top of the world, big them up right through the world, at them name third world. Yeah, congrats.
Greetings to everyone in attendance at the Third World More Work to Be Done album launch at 56 Hope Road this evening. Thank you very much for your time and your energy and support. You know what I mean? My sincere apologies that I'm not there with you this evening in the flesh, though I'm there with you in the spirit. I must say that Third World is a very important group to the genre and definitely to me as an individual. You know what I mean? Third World played a great part in my upbringing. You know what I mean? In many different ways. Absolutely, just like the rest of us as a younger generation, they played their roles as our musical heroes who broke boundaries and paved roads that the rest of us could come and follow. And personally, you know what I mean, I spent a lot of time in a lot of their homes as a kid growing up because of being friends with their children, namely Shia Core, who is Cat Core's son, and Iron Daly. You know what I mean? So I spent a lot of time in those households growing up. You know what I mean? So the lessons go beyond just musical lessons, but also.
I read the newspaper and I see Third World. I play an uncle and I say, where is the no man? So right beside St. Martin, and I just jump on the plane and go down on it. So I really meet Banky them and it's like, we've been there years now going moon splash and all of that.
Of course.
And Cat always drive me and say, boy, I was there. I don't know when in the world, but sometimes I look and I just see you pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's a regular thing.
There's something serious about Third World. I like my banda.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We know ramp when it comes to Third World. Progressive, article, unity, love, peace. They embody all of them qualities relative to the fruits of the spirit, which definitely move me to a way where in Third World, that's just my band.
Yeah. Well, we really want to tell you much love, Jose, and you're a man in the business here. You're a very well-known personality. You know, you're the top cameraman for JBC and them, you know, and you've done your own productions and everything, and we really want to just give you a big, you know, we can't hug you because, you know, we have to do some little shoulder thing, but
we know it, yeah.
But it's blessings and love, sir, and thank you so much for passing through.
Always.
And you don't know we love you.
Third World forever, my brother.
Yeah.
Blessed love.
All right, Cat, we want to take the time and big up some of the staff members, the integral part of the Third World family. Right? We could start with the princess.
Yes, the Duchess of Dana Beach, Heather Cameron.
Yeah.
We want to big her up. We want to big up Jerry Harris, you know, Sean Wedderburn.
Right.
These kind of people, we definitely want to big them up, you know. We have a large family. We have a very big family, Third World.
Big up Auntie Patsy.
Auntie Patsy.
Right.
We can't big up everybody.
Yeah.
But we have, you know, we have the whole thing. We have the Tampa family. We have the Coral Springs family. Yeah. We have, you know, people all over the place. We have Valerie and Grandma in Houston. We have, Huey Louie.
The florist.
What a tiger like that?
You know the gentleman?
Yeah, you know the gentleman.
Yeah.
Mike Reba.
Oh, my
people
Lord.
Like that. John and Leslie Ritchie. Right. All the crew that love Third World and have supported us for so long. Mr. Monroe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr.
Monroe. Yeah, we want to say lots and lots and lots of love. And as I say, it's a situation where we can big everyone up.
Yeah.
The list is too long, but
hold on. Let us big up the Ghetto Youth family.
Yeah.
The team that are here.
Of course.
Dwayne, Abbey, the whole team.
Yeah, what a team.
Rashid Clark, the team.
Absolutely.
Work.
Absolutely. Rashid, the drone man.
Yeah, the drone.
Yeah. And thanks for the introduction with the tiger potting. It was out of the top drop.
Yeah. All right. So, we have one more message, and we are premiering the lyric video for
People of a Different Color.
People of a Different Color.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, people, you don't know who. Blessed Love, Pressure Bus Spike. Well, you see, today is the premiere of the brand new video, People of a Different Color, featuring myself, Pressure Bus Spike, Third World, off of the brand new Grammy-nominated album, More Work to Be Done, produced by Damian Marley. You don't know, the thing sell off, and it's a blessing to be a part of this project. You know, big ups to the whole Third World family, Cat Core. You don't know, it's more love and joy, my uncle. And big up, more joy, more love. pressure bus pipe. More work to be done. People of a different color. Lucky.
Earth is the land in the fullness thereof. Beautiful people, most I can take care of. It's pressure bus pipe and third world to the world.
Yeah. We love, we laugh, we cry. We smile, we frown, we sigh. We believe, we know we're right. No matter what they taught us or how we were brought up. Yeah. We dream, we hope, we pray. We work, we toil, we play. We bleed, we grieve, we fight. No matter where we come from, this is my assumption.
People of a different color, pray to a different name. Find a way to get along with each other. Do it for the children's sake. People of a different color, pray to a different name. Find a way to get along with each other. Do it for the children's sake.
We see, we learn, we teach. We search, we earn, we see. We fear, we hurt, we weep. No matter what they taught us or how we were brought up. Yeah. We grow, we bond, we feel. We fall, we bruise, we heal. We all think our burden's real. No matter where we come from, this is my assumption.
People of a different color, pray to a different name. Let's find a way to get along with each other. Do it for the children's sake. People of a different color, pray to a different name. Let's find a way to get along with each other. Do it for the children's sake.
We've been fighting ourselves for too long. Live amongst each other, what a perfect fusion. Whether you're African or a Cuban, I don't see no color, only human. All I know is love and harmony. One family, that's the only way we ought to be. As far as the eye can